Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Nova Aetas. Now, when we left off, we had become under siege by the Aztecs, but they have now seemingly decided to run away for some unknown reason. Really don't know why the AI decides to do that sometimes. They besieged it, and then they decided, hey, you know what, we're just gonna leave now, so that's kind of a bit sad. Now, if you would like to see my latest unboxing video, which is obviously the first unboxing video I've ever done, there will be more, but if you would like to see that, then there is an annotation in the top right of the screen, and you can click that and have a good old fun time. So anyway, let us now tackle the 15 units from this fellow's army that is currently trying to prey upon a couple of our village farmers. We will not allow them to prey upon our village farmers, will we? We do have a townsman, after all, in our village farmers, and they have tattoos all over their body, by the looks of things, which is kind of cool, in my opinion, even though they have no weapons, which is kind of not cool. But, oh, apparently my cavalry is just wanting to charge in. Well, that's absolutely fine. I don't really mind that so much, because we do have some papal lancers, so why not? I think that's perfectly fine to do. Now, I am hoping that in a few days, we'll be able to gain our Huskars. Our Huskars are going to be recruited from Diggs Landing, so that's a little bit of a shame that Diggs Landing is our main base. I'm going to probably move the court over soon, but obviously right now I cannot do that. I don't have the ability to do that because we don't have any velvet and we don't have any tools, which is kind of ironic considering most of what I need to build things in the colonies are tools, of course. Yeah, I do need tools. And yeah, hopefully we're going to see a warrior priest or something along those lines fly around again, because apparently in the previous episode I missed that, but apparently in the previous we saw a flying unit of some sort. And I think that would be really cool if we can try and find that again. So there you go, townsman. We helped you, yes. And, oh yeah, I must also report that there was a vassal defecting to us from somewhere. I think the Saranids? I'm actually unsure about that, but we're gonna go over there and see what's going on. But before I do... Oh. Well, isn't that hilarious? That is mighty, mighty hilarious right now. Now, I don't know whether you can see this, really, because of the white and the sort of pale green color, but there's a bunch of vassals attempting to land on this surface here, but they can't do that because we have control of the beach. Is that correct? I'm not entirely sure. But what I do know is that that will then mean that we have the opportunity to take this over here, which I assume is another town. It looks like another town, so we will have... Oh, I was going to say we will have full control, but no, we won't have full control just yet because we still haven't taken Toluca, so we're probably going to need to do that. But yeah, before I actually head into our court, I would like to do something in particular, and I'd like to take a look at the Kingdom Budget Report. So this... Oh, there's actually two of them. There's actually two of them that are wanting to defect to us. Now, I have no idea which one is which because they have very strange names. And I have no idea which one is better than the other. But I would like to take at least one because, I mean, I just think that that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool to have a vassal running around. But I have no idea which one is actually good, so... That's kind of sad. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna take a look at our troop tree, apparently. Oh, this looks cool. There we go. There's the Nordic Huskar stats, by the way. So we're going to be gaining this guy very, very soon. He is actually pretty insane. His armor is not that good, and his sword is not very good either, but he does have the opportunity to obviously spawn with one-handed axes and a great axe and things, but I think I'm going to unequip all of the two-handed stuff. The shield is okay, and various other things are fine, but I think I'm going to try to remove everything that can cause him to be a little bit weaker, because obviously, as you can see here, his shield skill is insane. It's 6. It's going to be really, really powerful when we gain a couple of those. And also, yes, I did kind of think to myself that I would like to defer appointment of a lord until we had, obviously, you know, gained an automatic garrison. I do know that you can get an automatic garrison. That is still under siege. I'm a little bit worried about that. Well, anyway, yeah, I do know that you can get an automatic garrison by deferring appointment of a lord, but the main problem that I wanted to kind of foresee is that the wages were coming up, and I very much wanted to get the wages almost instantaneously, and that's exactly what happened. We gained 62 or 65,000 from that, so that's primarily the reason why I decided on that. Okay, 12 days remaining for Huskarls, and we're going to go into the Lord's Hall now and see who we can accept into our service. Now, I think that is that a Swadian? Or no, wait, that's a Vaegir, I think. And who's that? That's our Chancellor. And who's that? That's a Khergit. Are they both Khergits? I think they're both Khergits, actually. Kateng? I think we'll take Kateng, because he has a rather fancy-looking helmet. Yeah, we'll take Kateng, why not? So, yes, who are you? Oh, no, he's actually a Turgan Horde vassal. Oh, okay, well, yes, we're going to be accepting that. There we go. And we're going to be telling this guy no. He is King Agostino. King Agostino? I would assume that is Rhodox. Is that Rhodox? I actually don't know. Well, he has bad relation with us anyway, so your service is not required. Ah, yes, it was Rhodox, and now he's gone to Swadia. So yeah, I thought that was the case. Yes, goodbye. Please don't come back. Okay, so does this guy like us? No, he also does not really like us. Okay, that's kind of a bit sad. So what we're going to do is we're going to speak to Chancellor. Wait a minute. Is this correct? I think this is correct, I suppose. Yes, Chancellor. So I wish you to grant one of my vassals a fief. So we're going to be giving him a village. I think we'll probably give him a village that's nearby to us. So let's just have a look and see where that is, because this one over here, I don't really want him to go running over there and getting stuck, because we know the AI is a little bit janky when it comes to that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him this one in the north. I'm going to give him that one, and hopefully he's going to be pretty happy with that. And yes, his relation is going to obviously skyrocket up, and that's going to be pretty nice. So let's give him this. There we go, and there we go. He's now got 7. So I suppose that's okay, isn't it? That's pretty reasonable. So we can recruit a couple more council members, which is something we will need to look at. And the council members will cost, I believe, 10,000 per week. Am I correct about that? I think so. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens at our town here. I'm a little bit worried about running around still, because I don't know where the liege has gone. Maybe the liege is still around, or maybe he's stuck in that amalgamation of ships on the side of the coast there, which would be kind of hilarious, actually. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So, absolutely nothing going on. We have 151 in the garrison here, and let's see. Let's actually see what happens. So, the Khergit Khanate is declaring war against the Turgan Horde. I'm actually kind of surprised that we have not received any war declarations ourselves. And, oh no. Now that I've said that, it is going to happen, isn't it? Okay, so that's no longer under siege. That's fantastic. Now we can head over to our newly appointed vassal's village and see if we can defend a little bit. Ah, hello there. You seem to be rather weak. Please come back. Oh. Oh, wait. Ah, they were not stuck. They were not stuck for too long. Okay, so there they are. There's the liege himself. He actually doesn't even have a very good army. It's just the fact that he has so many units that I'm not wanting to engage him, basically. But I'd very much like to. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so are they just going to run around and do their thing over there? I guess they are. So I'm just going to wait here for some time, and we're going to see what the Aztecs decide to do. Alright, so as you can see here, we've encountered this fellow once again. This guy appears to be quite the annoying Nelly, and I'm not entirely sure why I called him that. Oh yeah, hilarious. Okay, well anyway, yeah, this guy is pretty annoying, and yeah, he only has 15. This guy only has 15. You know the reason for that? Because he is just a skirmisher, in my opinion. He seems to just be tracking down and killing our village farmers. And I gotta say, I'm not particularly happy about that, because that is where we get all our cash from, right? So I'm gonna just send our lancers over there and see what they can do. I don't really mind if they get taken out or anything. I mean, they are pretty good units, but for the most part, having lancers in a siege is not going to be very useful, so I'm just gonna sort of let them go in there and see what they can do. Ooh, lovely attack there. Unfortunately, they only killed a peasant with that attack, so it's kind of a bit of a shame, but okay. Come on, kill them! Yeah. I'm kind of a bit sad that we don't have, like, crush through blocks or, like, what is it? Bonus against shields? Yeah, I think that would be really, really nice for this weapon, but obviously it's way too good as it is. So having an additional thing like that, obviously you've got to sacrifice quite a bit of damage, but having a bonus against shields is so, so good. Oh, that is such a shame as well. I really wanted to take him prisoner to prevent him from doing all that damage to our forces. It happens way too often in my opinion. Okay, well, let's take a look here. So yes, there is actually another vassal. That's the reason I was moving. There is another vassal that is, well, saying things to us and everything. So yeah, okay, so we are getting a pretty reasonable amount from our newly conquered town, aren't we? Yeah, it's going okay. Yeah, everything's fine. And yeah, so it's from the Vagiers as well. So I'm actually unsure what I'm going to do, because if I go to Kingdom Reports and take a look at the budget, yeah, as you can see, this guy is 130,000. Yeah, I would love to be able to take him. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to be able to take him into our fold here, into the vassalage that we have currently going, but I cannot, because he is just way too expensive. It would be amazing if we could, because he is obviously very, very good, but unfortunately I will not be able to take you. I am so sorry. He's going to the Saranids now. Oh, yes. So this is indeed the problem that we're going to be having and facing right now. We are going to be having a lot of vassals deciding to defect to us, because we are a new faction, I suppose, and they want to see what it's like over here. But for the most part, it's going to mean that we are going to force many good vassals to our enemies in the future. So that's kind of sad. Okay, so those guys are now leaving, hopefully. Yep, they are leaving. That's good. So that means the liege is no longer in this territory. And we will have a very good chance of finding some Aztecs that are a little bit weaker. So we might be able to tackle them. It is nighttime, do bear that in mind. Okay, so no, we don't have to worry about the village farmers. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, hello there. Oh, you have a very small amount of people, and you are running away. Okay, so this is going to be pretty good, but it is nighttime. So that's kind of a bit of a shame. So yeah, I do apologize if you cannot see too much. I personally cannot see very much myself either, but yes, they have 93 against our 62. That is going to be pretty harsh. Okay, so where do we want to go? So we have 11 archers. I probably should have moved all of our archers to the front of our army so that they could at least start shooting immediately, but right now they're not going to be very important and not very useful. As you can see, the water is just pitch black right now, because obviously there are no lights. And wow, the moon is basically clouded over, almost fully. So that's also not very good, no. So let's see what we can do. Come on. Okay, so we have very small amounts of archers, as mentioned, and we're going to try and see what we can do. No, could you not go over there? Could you not? Oh, okay. So yes, you just go over there. That's absolutely fine. No problem at all. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna tell our infantry to charge in, because I don't really want to let our cavalry just go in by themselves. Obviously they have already, but that's the thing. I kind of don't mind that, because that means that they are distracting our opponents rather a lot, and it may mean that we have the upper hand eventually. Oh, hello there. You appear to be dealing a lot of damage to me. I don't appreciate that. Ooh, fighting in water is very annoying. Okay, so let's try and do this, and then we'll do this and get everyone healed up a little bit. New enemies have arrived already. That's good news. Look at that. We've already killed 55 of them, but we are losing a couple of our own, of course. The archers are going to be a bit of a pain, but that's just how things are, I suppose. Come on. Oh, yes, there we go. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this, archers. I'm going to try and disrupt them as much as I can, because who wants them really shooting a lot? No one really wants them shooting too much, do we? Okay, so Division 2 is returning after destroying the infantry faction. Yeah. I don't really want you to do that. Okay, so where are you? Okay, so I just want you to go over there, please. Okay, they're going to attack some more, apparently. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes, as long as I take the damage from the warrior priests, we shouldn't have too many problems. But obviously, as you can see here, as soon as the warrior priests get into the fray, everything... Look at that. They're just killing so many of us, and it's kind of bad. It is kind of bad. So let's see what I can do about healing our people. Yep, there we go. There's some more healing. And have we just won? Have we literally just won this round that easily? I don't believe it for a second. Or do I? Are we going to believe it? I actually don't know. As you can see here, yep, I think I believe it now. Yeah, they're actually not receiving any more reinforcements. Pretty hilarious. So I'm going to be shooting with my bow, killing that guy. 19 damage, really? Really? Our bow is like the second best in the game as far as I'm aware, or maybe the third best or something along those lines. But 19 damage? Really? That is kind of embarrassing, I gotta say. It's kind of embarrassing. So let's just see if we can deal some damage here. I don't know how much power draw do we actually have, because power draw might be making a big difference to how much damage we're able to do right now. We did at least kill one as he was running, so I suppose that's not all bad. But yeah, there we go. We lost 13, 5 Huskars and 5 Serenid Guards were the main loss, I suppose you could say. And there we go, 197 eliminated. And we can take these guys prisoner, which is even better. Let's do it. There we go, and okay, yes, we're just gonna release the rest of them. There we go. Okay, so, yes, we do have at least one of them taken prisoner now, which I suppose is reasonable. And I would very much like to take this, but as you can see, we have a very greatly reduced strength in our army right now. There's 467, and I personally feel like we'd be able to actually do that, but I don't have an army capable of doing it, and I don't know where our vassal is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back and hopefully not get attacked by... Oh no, I could actually take that guy on. Shall we try taking that guy on? We have 52 available for battle. Maybe I should take him on, seeing as he's separate from the rest of his forces. Oh, they're offering me another peace agreement. I'm not going to take that, thank you very much. Okay, so let's deal with these guys. Your fame runs before you. Yes, it apparently does. Okay, so we have 53 against 61. This should be fine, but obviously it really depends on the environment. The environment is kind of annoying, as you can see. We're going to be walking up a huge hill here. You could say that we have many mountains to cross before we are able to engage the opponent. But yeah, as it stands, I think we're okay. I think we're pretty fine. We are getting 26 archers this time around, which is exceptional, as you can see, and we have the high ground as well, which makes it even better. So I'm actually not going to be charging in our papal lancers this time. We are just going to be letting our archers deal their damage as they are doing. I mean, look at that. They're just destroying them really, really heavily right now, which is just fantastic. I'm going to tell our infantry to go and attack the infantry here so they stay in formation as well. I know that some of you mentioned that I'm not using formations as much and things like that, and there's a reason for that, because usually charge will just get the job done. It just wants to go straight in there as fast as possible, because if you keep formation, they're going to be extremely slow. And against these guys, these archers right here that usually want to skirmish, I mean, look at them. They seem to be just walking away a little bit every now and again, and most of them will attempt to skirmish against a slow-moving target. And if they stay in formation, then obviously they're gonna be slow. So yeah, there's a little bit of explanation why I do that, because I'm not actually just being brain dead when it comes to strategy and using tactics and things like that. I'm just really wanting us to eliminate them as fast as possible, because the more they stay alive, the greater chance they have of dealing damage and maybe killing one of our own units. So basically, better offense equals better defense, I guess you could say, on my part. But saying that, staying in the formation did result in us taking a lot less damage, but then you have to also consider the fact that we have so many archers in this particular engagement, and that may have contributed a rather significant amount to preventing casualties. So there we go, we get an opportunity to take him prisoner, which is fantastic, very nice to see that. And now, where do I want to go? That is a village, of course, that is a village, so I'm going to be making my way back to our towns. Towns, I say towns, but it's actually just a castle and a town. So, oh no. Oh, Nordic. Oh, okay, so we have a Nord that has potentially joined us. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Ah, he is 30,000. But that means that he's significant. He's kind of weak then, isn't he? I mean, I know a lot of you stated that if a vassal is about 5,000 or 10,000, then they're kind of meh. But if he's 30,000, then that means he's kind of just a little bit above average, I suppose you could say. And we have Katang already, who is kind of decent. I would say above average, but obviously we saw the other fellow that was defecting from the Vaegirs, who was just insane, absolutely insane, 130,000 for him, so not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. One thing I am sure of, though, is that you have to get back here before the kingdom changes their funds, because even though I would very much like to take this guy, I'm not going to, because, again, he is... Wait a minute. From the north... Oh, he's a faction hopper. Oh, okay, so he's a faction hopper. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. I don't really want a faction hopper on my faction, but yeah, you could tell that because he is technically from the Nordic Union, but he just defected from the Agonic Order? That's kind of a bit weird. Okay, I actually don't even know what's going on there. I think he is a faction hopper, but... Well, maybe that was a huge mistake. Was that a huge mistake? Maybe. Maybe, but he does have 30,000, and that would mean that we're gaining a very small amount per week anyway. Well, yes, that will be it for this episode. Next time on Nova Aetas, we will be attempting to, I would assume, take this town. It's very close by, after all. I might just get into my ship and just go across like that. Seems a lot easier than actually attempting to go all the way around. But yeah, anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.